All right, everybody, what is going on? We're taking a look here at Modified JANEMBA, level 10 links, 200% leader skill. We're going to go ahead and take a look at him. This guy is really good. Over the past week, I've been on vacation, but I've been using these heroes units, and this guy has really stood out to me as a wonderful unit. Now, here's the build that I'm rocking on him. 9 additional, 8 crit. 19 dodge. Now, people are going to look at that and they're going to go, Jordan, you gave him like almost 20 dodge, and this is a character that needs to get hit. So far, the dodge has not hurt me at all. It has only helped me. Just the way this guy works, right? He only needs to get hit 3 times to build up his extra 180% defense. It's 60%, up to 180. So like right here, right? Defense plus 60% with each attack received up to 180. So he needs to get hit, 3 times. But, I mean, come on. 3 times is not that many times to get hit. And the dodge has really helped me out. Plus, after 5 turns, he stops guarding. So his defense can get up to an acceptable level. But after those 5 turns go up, I really want him dodging. I have found that just the way things work with this team, I do run out of this guy's guard occasionally. So, but anyway... we got him here, again, level 10 links, 200% leader skill. He's not on many teams, but, I mean, he's on the heroes team, right? So we've got him linked up next to Int JANEMBA. Now, Modified JANEMBA needs a total of 5 crossover category allies on the team in order to get his full passive of 200% defense. And we do have that active here. So we are able to bring Int JANEMBA just as a linking partner, even though he's not on crossover. He is on transformation boost, which is part of Rose's leader skill. So we can bring JANEMBA here. I could have brought LR JANEMBA, but Int JANEMBA is a better linking partner. And I think for the purposes of this video, he'll be okay. He might take some damage, but I mean, he is guarding. He's got 6 out of 7 activated here, and he is getting support from this guy. So anyway, let's go ahead and see what Modified JANEMBA's got. We need to do, I believe, 3 attacks, and then we need to get hit 3 times in order to fully build this guy up. And then we'll be good to go. JANEMBA's super attack effect is good. He raises attack and defense by 30% for 3 turns. So he can carry those stacks over, kind of like Limit Breaker Broly. So you can see right there, we've already taken 2 hits out of the 3 we need to take. And his damage starts out a little bit low, and then there's our 3 hits. So now we're fully built up on defense, despite my full dodge build. So that's really good, right? Anyway, so his damage is going to start out pretty low, but he does launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. So starting on this next rotation, hopefully we're up against Goku Black, or Rose and Zamasu at that point, the second phase of this fight, so that we can see that active. But it'll depend on what happens on this rotation. I'll go ahead and cut and come back regardless, and we'll see Modified JANEMBA on turn 2 with his stack in and with his defense fully built up. Okay, we didn't quite kill these guys yet, so we're moving pretty slow throughout this event. Now, JANEMBA, I mentioned that he guards for 5 turns. That essentially means that he has guard for 3 rotations. So this is our second rotation. We still have the guard. But again, we did get our defense fully built up, and you can see 932,677 defense here with guard is crazy. And then it's going to go up a little bit more after we super attack here. This guy is really good. Clearly, right? He starts out a little bit weak at the beginning of fights. Those first couple hits will do a little bit of damage depending on the boss, right? But after you get this guy built up, for those first 5 turns, this guy is a monster. And even after that, right, he's going to keep the high defensive stat. That's not going away. It's just the guard that will, so he won't really be a slot 1 unit anymore. But you can still run this guy successfully as a floater, as long as there's no, deep AoE boss or something, right? This guy can be very successful, so... again, JANEMBA is very, very, very good. So we'll see this next rotation, and hopefully we're against 2 enemies. That way we can see, the additional super attack and everything in. We should be. Alright, so here we are again. JANEMBA, again, is at 960k defense here. We are still guarding, and we are going to be launching a we're going to be launching a additional attack that has a great chance of being a super attack right here, so... again, JANEMBA is looking really good. This is probably going to be the best rotation that we see out of the video, but I will go ahead and do one more after this. Now, JANEMBA does have one other perk in his passive. He gets 2 ki, and a great chance of performing a critical hit starting from the character's next attacking turn after the character performs or receives the 5th attack in battle. So that, he gets crit built in after he, gets hit a certain amount of times, which can be fine. I know a lot of people are going to look at my build and think that I'm a moron, which, I get it. It happens, right? You put videos out on YouTube, nobody's going to agree with anything that you do, and they're just going to be mad all the time that you're not playing the game the exact same way as them. But if you're one of those people, I imagine that they built their JANEMBA full additional, and I think that is a good build. Being able to stack up this guy's defense, get a couple extra stacks in there for a couple turns is going to be helpful. But, I mean, honestly, a million defense with... guard for the first 5 turns, gonna be pretty good after he gets built up. So, again, I do think that this guy looks really good. I guess we'll do one more rotation, but I mean, this is kind of the best that we're gonna see him right here. So, I don't know that it's really necessary to get one more rotation. We've kind of seen everything that this guy does. But I guess we can see how much damage he takes, like, without his guard activated. But as far as the stats that we're going to see, that's all going to look exactly the same. So, yeah, we'll be right back. All right, we're back here for one final rotation, and you can see here JANEMBA's at 1.1 million defense, but he is no longer guarding. But that's still obviously very good defense. So I believe he's taken the 5 hits he needs to in battle right now, so he should have the great chance to crit and all that. So let's go ahead. We'll see how much damage he does on this turn, and then we will move into the breakdown. But again, I've been really impressed with this JANEMBA. He's helped out in a lot of the challenge runs that I was doing, off camera, just while I was at home, watching football, eating turkey dinner, right? So 10 million attack stat right there. Is obviously very good. There's the 70% chance to crit. But we no longer have the additional super attack because that goes away after 5 turns. So that and the guard is gone. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about JANEMBA here. One thing I do want to point out before we leave is notice how low our HP was on this team. I wouldn't necessarily consider this a bad team build. But yeah, go ahead. Ooh. Well, we're not gonna have any links active. I was gonna say we could see Rose here with Toa's full buff up, but we don't have any links active. I guess I'll play it. I'll let the friend. We'll just play this out while I talk about the HP. But look at that, 583k defense. I mean, that's like 4th anniversary level HP or something, or like 5th anniversary level HP, something like that, right? It's not good. That's not good enough anymore. So you take any damage at all on a team build like this, or it's like, yeah, we got some fun heroes characters on it, but we don't have any HP. So I don't know. You guys, let me know what you think about Modified JANEMBA and the heroes team. Thank you for watching. Let's go ahead and move into the breakdown. All right, this is Boost Received in the Depths of Hell, JANEMBA Modified, or Modified JANEMBA. His leader skill doesn't really matter. His super attack is, oh goodness, dude, forgive me, I don't know, I can't ever say this. Radiant Bullet. Causes supreme damage to the enemy, raises attack and defense, and lowers enemy attack and defense for 3 turns. So that is nice. That's what allows him to get up to some of these like really high defensive stats. I mean, you guys saw, right? Like 900k to like a 1.1 million is definitely very, very good defense, at least in my book. His passive, Dr. W's Deeds. Launches an additional attack. There's a great chance of becoming a super attack when facing 2 or more enemies, and guards all attacks for 5 turns from this character's entry turn. So yeah, we saw there in the video that this part is actually tied to the 5-turn restriction right here. So, it's like if you're going up against 2 enemies late in a fight, you may not be able to get any benefit from this. And right now, there's like no fights that have multiple enemies at the start. So at least that are relevant right now. So like this is cool, but can we get somewhere where this is active? Like, everyone saw a lot of these like 2 enemy restrictions on these heroes units and thought, oh, maybe like the heroes red zone will have 2 enemy fights, and it doesn't. So I'm not sure where the intention is here, but whatever. Attack and defense plus 40% per crossover category ally on the team up to 200%, which means you need 5 crossover category characters. He will count as 1, which means you need 4 more. We had that active, and we were able to slip Int JANEMBA on the team for his links for the showcase. Int JANEMBA, not really a unit that you want to be using in modern content, but potentially you could. She's just going to be like a dodge or die character, probably. Physical JANEMBA, though, you could use, and they do share 5 links as well, so you could get some benefit out of it. He gets an extra 80% attack with each attack performed up to 240%. So that's, again, 3 attacks that you need to do. And an additional defense plus 60% with each attack received up to 180. So that's 3 times you need to get hit. Again, this did not harm us like at all in the video. We got this immediately, and then we just had like really high defense and a chance to dodge throughout the rest of the fight. So I think that my full dodge build benefited us here. But listen, I've already run this guy in difficult content, and I already like the build that I gave him. If I didn't, I would have changed it. But additional can be good for this guy as well to help stack this up right here, get this built up a little bit faster. I think additional is what I would go on this guy if I hadn't gone dodge. Also because of this last line right here, 2 key, great chance to crit after he receives or performs 5 attacks in battle. So, yeah, like, obviously you don't want to give him any more crit. So, I think additional or dodge is good for this guy. You guys pick. I kind of already had him built dodge from last year, so it's, it is what it is. Links are actually really good. This is a very good link set. All JANEMBA units just have, like, incredible link sets, so very, very, very good here. Not on many teams, but he is on a couple 200% leaders, but again, I don't count these 3 because last year's Heroes units kind of blow. But, I mean, he's got 2, right? And then he's got a couple teams that you could just use him on, I guess. Corroded Body and Mind, if you haven't beat that Legendary Goku event mission, this guy's going to be really good for that, I guess. And then his best linking partners are all just like JANEMBA's, Deborah here. You guys can see, right, like who his best linking partners are. I would say his most important link is Big Bad Bosses. If you can get that active, that's great. And then also Metamorphosis. If you can get those 2 active, you're cooking with this guy. So let me know what you guys think about Modified JANEMBA. I think he is definitely one of the better Heroes units that they released this year. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.